Alright, so today we're looking at the Logic project for Coming Down, and basically we're looking at 80 tracks. Not that I used all of them, but yeah, let's see what we're looking at. So this is the beginning. So I have a clean track. Compressors I don't really get too complex. So this is a Type U aggressive preset from Logic, and then the other one is just the same thing. And the chroma verb, I put like on guitar chamber. I put on guitar chamber, and then I increase the decay time. And in terms of bass, it's just preset I've put together. I went through several trials, so there's bass at some point. But then there was bass XG, bass XG2, 3, 4, and 5. And I used 5 on this one. Basically, I just used my original Fender Mustang amp, which is also what I used on all the guitars for this album. Of course, I have the Type U aggressive compressor, because, here's the bass without any plugins, just the Fender Mustang amp. And you might hear it, when I play bass, I generally it's like I tap a certain part of the pickup, so I had to find the right spot. I think it's around there, and then you gotta scoop that out, so when you turn that on, it's a lot better. Yeah, so the first EQ is just stuff I did. The second EQ, it's like an E-bass EQ preset, and I probably changed a few things too. And the drums come in. I didn't really get that complex with the drums. I don't even know if I changed anything for these drums. But it's really simple stuff, literally just Logic drums, smash drums. But looks like I put a fair amount of dampening on it. That's why I call the preset Smash Punchy. So I put some dampening on pretty much everything. And this is my Martin acoustic 12-string, which I have very subtly in there. So yeah, for the vocals, I did a bunch of editing just to get rid of all the clicks and stuff I didn't need, and get rid of all the imperfections. Well, not all the imperfections, but get it good enough so that I wouldn't complain. Because doing stacks and stacks of vocal tracks and trying to get everything perfect, it's really not that easy, at least for me. And but I'll probably open that Logic session too. Alright, so this is all the vocal editing. I guess color-coded green, meaning good to go, So
look at all the boys trying to get away from things they can't avoid.
But basically the point is, this is actually really hard for me vocally, because sometimes the range is just in the right spot, where it's just hard to get right, But what mattered most to me was the tonality of things.
Look at all the boys trying to get away from things they can't avoid. Look at all the boys wishing on the things that made them be destroyed.
So, yeah, that does include some, a little bit of manual pitch correction, but not too much, because I obviously have some notes that, like, aren't too robot sounding,
Look at all the girls searching for the things that are out of this world. Looking for an answer, trying to find the truth. The rain keeps on coming down, coming down on the river. Oh no.
So, I mean, like, the point of using, like, manual pitch correction and, like, a little bit of auto pitch correction, it's not really to sound perfect or anything, but, like, kind of bring things together a little bit more, because, like, the human voice isn't perfect, but, like, if there's some random mess ups, like, they add up.
Coming down on the river. Oh no. Rising up at dawn, rising with the light, you hope to see the sun. Happy days are gone, you had another chance and a new day begun. Coming down, oh, she's coming down.
But that's a look at
Rising up at dawn, rising with the.
but that's a look at the vocal project. And then I just, like, exported everything and then put it on here, and then these are what those long green tracks are.
Look at all the boys trying to.
Alright, now this right here, these two tracks,
Look at all the girls searching for the things that are.
so these are just like harmonics. And the other one, yeah, those are their harmonics again.
Looking for an answer.
Now, I've actually had, like, several projects of this song going back since, like, 2018. Shoot, on one project, like, way back when, I actually had, like, I took the riff and I made a reverse through this solo section, and then the bass line, it's, like, almost reverse, but, like, technically not, like, exactly. So I actually didn't do the reverse in this project. So I did the reverse in, like, the original. So if I can find it on YouTube.
All the boys trying to get away from things they can't avoid. Things that made them be destroyed.
But I want to see if that reverse thing is in there. Actually, it isn't in there because I shortened it. I don't know, I'll insert something later. But yeah, basically. I like put reverse stuff in there.
Rising up at dawn, rising with the light, you hope to see the sun. Happy days are gone, you had another chance on a new day.
Okay, I was trying to see what this sum 7 was. I knew what it is.
Baby, there's a summer day.
So I switched to the bass pickup of my bass. Alright, so this sum 7 is actually one thing I pulled from the July 2018 version. Right there. So I was able to pull the original track because at one point I attempted to save everything to Google Drive. It's basically a combination of piano and glockenspiel and maybe something else. This is the hardest vocal track to get right. I don't know if it ever got right or if I just had to be okay with it. It's probably not completely right, but maybe, part of me feels like it's my own head messing with me because I know how it used to sound like. So I don't know, it gets really complex. That's why you shouldn't judge your own music, because sometimes you hear good things and bad things about your music that no one else hears.
Can you see the sun? Can you see the sun? Oh. Can you see the sun? Can you see the sun?
But I put on natural vocal to these are basically the same, I guess. But it was to get that ambience right there. Oops. Because I think I wanted the ambience for this part. I swear the bass is a lot more than I remember, though. Maybe it's just messing with me, I don't know, but this is where I had it louder. Hold on, why are the multipressors not on? What? Okay, this sounds more like what it actually sounded like. And I'll go over all this in a sec. Actually, I'll do it right now. So basically, the first multipressor. So I didn't do the usual. Alright, well I guess it's just two regular multipressors, so just like the complete user default. Usually the first multipressor I would have on fast attack 4 band, and then the second one would just be like complete default. And then I guess I had linear EQ, a couple. And then when I was mastering everything, whatever you want to call it, I was using the adaptive limiter. I haven't used this in a long time, so like when I have to master things again, I'm gonna have to like relearn how to do it, you know. But in the multi, and basically, I think maybe I didn't know a better way to do it. I still don't. So, just to get like the whole loudness of the song, I let the loudness meter run through the whole thing. And then it had to be like, I needed the I at like 7 to 7.5 or something. That was the goal for the whole album. Without clipping things, of course. So that's where the sum 7 comes in again. But most of this I used my Strat on. And then this solo right here I used my Epiphone 339. Also, the lead sounds I used for this whole album were, like, took a bit of work, you know? So here's how it sounds just solo, no plugins on whatsoever. And this is like the Metal 2000s preset on the Fender Mustang amp that I was using. So of course I had a noise gate to clean things up, you know. It wasn't that necessary for the 339 because it's a humbucking guitar. But in compressor, type U aggressive, like I've been using on everything I used on the vocals. Use it on the bass. Actually for vocals, so for the lead vocals, I would do type U aggressive for the first compressor, and then for the second compressor, I would do vocal hard. Add the spread, the chroma verb, and then the EQ makes all the difference. It's basically, take around the 2K, take a hunk out around the 2K, take a lot more around the 5K. I'm big about that, 5K frequency mark, because, if we bring that back, the 5K frequency, sometimes it's a little lower, sometimes a little higher. It's a really irritable frequency, so I try to, I don't want to scoop it too much because it'll sound weird, but I take out the highs and then just completely cut out the lows up to 200, because those lower frequencies, it does make a difference in the sound, but they add up in the final mix, so that your decibel count is going to be a lot higher, and you're not even going to know why. But you do a low cut on a lot of different things, in moderation, like, kind of cleans things up. So this is Strat. And then this is when I switched to the 339, it sounds like. And this is another part I kept from the 2018 version I had. So those hits. I just accidentally muted. Oops. But yeah, then I like fade things out at the end with the fade tool on each track. So I think that's a good way to fade it out, you know? It's not like a... it sounds more like a natural, like it died out, you know? If you hear a little bit of rattling, if you hear that at all, that's actually from the strings rattling around, because like I never cut them off. But yeah, this is one of the more simpler mixers. It's a simple but big mix. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll probably do this for other mixes.